Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I am the Black Ranger Reviewer, accompanied by the lovely...
Jessica. You didn't say your name.
That's fine, the Black Ranger Reviewer, I said it. So, today we are reviewing not Power Rangers, not Sentai, but Kamen Rider. And thanks to a request of one of my lovely fans, I will be doing a video on Kamen Rider next week about why I like it and what seasons to start with. And honestly, quick answer, it doesn't matter where you start. Just pick one that sounds fun and go to that one.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about our favorite one today when we review the SH figure arts of Kamen Rider fourze.
Fourze.
Blast off, alright?
You have to do it right. You have to do it right.
3, 2, 1, blast off! If you watch the show, you'll get that. And if you don't, you should be.
You should. It's great.
When I talk about all the different Kamen Riders, I'll put a link on the bottom of where I watch it. It's difficult sometimes because it's Japanese, but, you know, this show is definitely worth it. This is my favorite Kamen Rider so far. I've watched about 4 different ones and some movies, but this one's easily the best one. But again, it all depends on what you like. This one's more fun and silly.
Do you
Kamen
want to
Rider,
tell the story of why?
why it's more fun and silly?
Yeah.
Yes, there actually is a reason why.
It's very touching.
Yeah, during this time, this was going to be an anniversary season where it was going to be a little more serious and dark because people wanted that in their Kamen Rider shows. But then the earthquake in Japan happened, and the main actor wanted it to be a light and hopeful, nice show for all the kids because everyone's already depressed. They don't need more hardcore, like, life sucks. They need some joy. And this show represents joy in every sense. The main character...
Gen-chan.
There you go. Or Genny, right? That's what
Well, they translated to Genny.
Yeah. He wants to be friends with everyone in the school. This whole show takes place at a high school. He wants to be friends with... His goal is to be friends with everyone, including the teachers, including the bad guys. So again, if you never watched Kamen Rider, think of Power Rangers, but one Ranger. And there's even a crossover movie where Rangers fight Kamen Riders, and basically one Kamen Rider equals one Ranger team, essentially. So this one, Genny, he meets a group of kids that have special space triggers, and he can put them in his belt and activate it and become the Kamen Rider fourze. And Kamen Rider, if you don't know, just means masked rider, because they all tend to ride a motorcycle, and the original one, that's what he did. And he was a stunt driver. Yeah, he was a stunt driver for motorcycles. Yeah, not true story.
True story.
So I've been collecting the SH figure arts for a while for Sentai and for Kamen Rider because I started watching it a few months ago, like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago.
Yeah. Again, love it. Totally worth watching, just like Sentai. If you're a fan of Power Rangers, you are missing out on the crazy stories of Sentai.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you're missing out on the crazier stories of Kamen Rider. Each one.
Yeah.
So today, fourze, we're going to do a little unboxing because it literally just came in the mail today. And we're going to check them out. Knife at the ready. Now, if you never had a figure arts toy, they're definitely the higher end toys. This one was only about $40, but the show's a few years old. Most new figure arts are like in the $80. But again, like I say in a lot of my videos, Amazon's the best place. Sometimes eBay. They usually come from Japan, so you don't really know when they're coming in. It's usually like 2 to 3 weeks when they come from Japan. It all depends on the carrier. So, here's some of the box art in the back. These are very, very nicely detailed toys. I really love all of these figure arts. I'm going to display all of my Kamen Rider and my Sentai ones in a different video. But here's how it's displayed here. Now, if you do watch Kamen Rider fourze, you'll know he has many, many different gadgets. And you can actually separately buy a pack of just the gadgets. I think they have like 5 of them. Or you can spend $200 and buy a whole display that also has all of the gadgets on the wall. So it's pretty cool. Here's his...
One day.
Probably not. Little instruction sheet. It is in Japanese, but you know, it's...
How to attach his different trigger powers.
Yeah. And let's see what he comes with. That's another thing I like about figure arts. Sometimes they come with stuff you didn't expect, like in the back of the box and stuff, which I'll show a little bit later. They usually have a little plastic in the waist area. Not fully sure why, but hey, whatever.
To protect all the moving parts.
Sure. Look, she figured it out already.
Because I'm smart. He's pretty.
It's very, very nice. Very detailed to the character. And he comes with
Let's see his belt.
a drill that he usually puts on his foot. His items are awkward. Wherever he puts them, they are very awkward, but they work. What happened? What did you discover, honey?
So in the show, they have these little triggers that he puts in his belt. And each one gives him a different power. And they come out.
They actually come out?
They come out so that you can
Wow.
put, when you get the next attachments, you can put the right ones in.
Even though no one could even see that. You know what I mean by it's very detailed.
So
he comes with
detailed.
another trigger right here.
What's that one?
I can't tell fully. It's just one of the triggers.
It looks like the yellow one.
So more triggers you put. Again, this, like, you can't see this when you put it in his belt, but they did it anyway, and I appreciate that.
Oh. Okay. So when he activates the power, he does a little thing on his belt that also moves.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Henshin!
Henshin means transform in Japanese, so they always say henshin, whatever. Here's
Very
another
nice.
piece that goes on his arm, his hand, where this... You would think the drill would go on his hand and the rocket would go on his foot. Other way around.
You know.
Japan, upside down.
Doesn't make any sense. Nothing about this makes any sense.
No.
But it's fantastic.
I love the absurdity of all of these shows. That's why I love them, you know? I will say, Sentai really brought some of my love back for Power Rangers, because I can see where the story does go. Be careful with that, please. Alright. Tips if you've never bought figure arts. The legs. Don't pull them too wide apart, or they will break. Yeah, caught her, right? My very first figure arts was the Green Ranger
Everything's
from
fine.
Super Mega Force, or Caillou Ranger, and immediately it broke. My other ones I've been lucky with, nothing's been broken, but you have to be a little careful, especially depending on how old it is and everything. He comes with 2 sets of hands.
His helmet is so nice.
I will say for figure arts, sometimes it's a little difficult to put the hands on because the joint ball kind of moves when you're trying to push it in, but eventually you get the hang of it. Now to compare it with some of my other figure arts, I have the figure art for Kamen Rider Ghost. This is my very first one for Kamen Rider. Ironically, first Kamen Rider show I watched, my least favorite now. Not that's bad or anything, but the other ones are just so good. I've watched Ghost, W, and Fourze the most, and fantastic.
I've watched Fourze the most, and it's definitely because it's my favorite one.
Yes. There's a little comparison right there.
Blast off!
He loves to say blast off, while characters behind him also go blast off, and sometimes throw stuff in the air. It's almost like they know they're in a show, and even if they didn't, they'd still be this way. And I think the show gives a lot of great message, and we'll get more in detail when we talk about Kamen Rider in general. But I love the show has a great message where everyone tries to become friends with. They're different, and he accepts them for their uniqueness. And the goth kid, the eccentric, flamboyant kid, the jock, the preppy girl. He wants to be their friend and accepts them for who they are. And if they're mean to him at first, he accepts that too and calls them his bro instead of his friend. Because family fights. So he makes you family because you're fighting with them. And it almost annoys the character so much they can't help but love him for it. And when you find out why he is that way, it is really touching. We recently got the episode where we find out why he is that way.
It's such a sweet show.
He's not just an obnoxious jerk. He legitimately cares about people. And this is actually one of the villains from Kamen Rider.
Oh, yes.
The Zodiac monsters. This one's a scorpion. Fantastic.
Did you show off the points on the boots too?
Points in the boots.
Right in front of the camera. Yes, the camera.
But this is a great figure art. Very detailed. All of them are detailed. They have figure arts for... It's becoming everything because they're getting bigger. but they have it for Kamen Rider, for Power Rangers / Sentai, or they actually have ones that are just Power Rangers because they have some that are the White Rangers. What did you discover, honey? Well, she's discovering things in life.
So, this is how detailed.
Oh boy.
You can see it. I'm not sure they can see it in the video, but the switch, this particular yellow switch, to activate it is a knob that you turn back and forth on the switch. They actually have an extra one of these because one is on and one is off.
Wow.
And you can see it switched from the left to the right. The detail.
You can't beat that. That's detail. I'm going to lose that piece. I'm going to lose that. I know I'm going to lose, and that's fine. But I appreciate the detail.
It's the last time you'll ever see it.
Probably.
Right here.
But they have figure arts for Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, and Sentai because they have the Power Ranger ones that have the head models of the actors. She broke something?
It's not broken.
She broke it.
It's not broken.
And they also have for Harry Potter recently. They're doing Cowboy Bebop.
I can't wait for the Harry Potter ones.
Yes. Cowboy Bebop, which I'm very excited about. Marvel movies and DC movies. They have it for those as well. And what else am I missing? Oh, Dragon Ball Z. Those are ones I collect also. Dragon Ball Z ones are really nice. Now, this one I think is a little different because... Oh, no. You can just pop it in. Let's just take his hand off. She's sick. I'm the god, and she tortures things.
You're terrible.
If you just real quick want to see some examples of those other shows and figure arts, here's Piccolo. And again, the price of these range. Like if you're good and patient, you can find some that only cost like $20 here and there. But then you have to find some that cost like $100, depending on how popular the show is, how old it is. A very nicely detailed Batman.
So articulated here.
Christian Bale Batman. Very nice. But this isn't about DC or Dragon Ball Z. I'm just killing time. That's how you do it. That's a professional way to do it. I want to show everyone what you're doing.
I was showing off how...
Yeah,
the shoulder rotates.
I appreciate the joints. The joints are very nice.
Like, completely.
Like I said before, my only concern was the legs when you open them too wide apart.
Yeah, they're a little funky looking.
Yeah.
But, they are fully posable.
Yes, absolutely. They're the best for designing and displaying somewhere. Very, very nice. Very, very fun when you do that. And you can get some clamps for the back so you can pose them. But they're very, very nice.
So this is going to be his final pose.
Because she's going to decide that, apparently.
This is his final attack. I can't remember what it's called.
I'll pop it on the bottom.
All right. It's going to be somewhere around here.
But all Kamen Riders essentially have a similar final attack where they do like a drop kick or like a one-leg kick.
Like a kick
not a
some
drop
kind.
kick, that's 2 feet. But yeah.
Different kinds of kicks. So his is rocket propelled.
Yes.
And then he hits them with the drill.
Because it's a very over-the-top show.
Love it.
That's what it is. But we love
and
it.
It's called...
Boop, 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 boop. Because, yeah, Nick will edit it.
Nick will edit it.
There's my night.
These are not for playing, they're for displaying.
No, if you have kids...
responsibly.
If you have kids, you should not ever let them touch these because there's tiny pieces in this.
It's mine.
It's mine, and they're tiny pieces, and they're dangerous.
Yes.
But it's great for adult collectors like us because we're adults, kind of. So,
sometimes.
Thank you guys for watching. This is our review for the Kamen Rider fourze SH figure art action figure. A little final look. And don't forget, blast off!